really hope that EA will put a expansion team feature in the GM mode in NHL 14.
One eternity later.
So as you guys can see from that clip there, I've been waiting for an expansion team mode in an NHL game for like 4 years now, and we finally get it. So obviously guys, I'll be trying out the new expansion draft feature, and to do that you have to have a new team. So I decided to go ahead and make the 32nd team, similar to my Seattle Spartans team you might have seen back in NHL 13. I went Seattle again, as I think that's probably going to be like the 32nd team. It's going to be a team in the West, I think. They already had the Seahawks, of course, as well as the Sounders, which is a soccer team, Mariners, baseball team. They had the Sonics, which is a basketball team. And I guess way back in like 1920, they actually had an NHL team called the Metropolitans, who won the Stanley Cup back in the day. So almost 100 years later, we're bringing an NHL team back to Seattle. I went with the Seattle Magicians. I thought like the blue and green colors that like every Seattle team uses, like Seahawks, Sounders, Mariners, they all use it. Worked really well. Also, I had the Spartans back like 4 years ago when I did an NHL 13. I thought that was a little too similar to the Vegas Golden Knights. So I think the Magicians, still cool, like it'll still be a good rivalry, you know, the Magicians versus the Golden Knights. I think the two expansion teams will definitely be a rival. So I'm just going to show you guys the jerseys and everything I made for this team before we get into the expansion draft, because I don't think you can actually see everything when you do it. So right there's a look at the arena. Obviously, like I said, we're using those blue and green Seattle colors. Where's look at the home jersey. I think it looks pretty nice. I probably spent way too much time customizing all of this, but obviously I want it to look like as good as possible. The arena name is Key Arena. That's where the Sonics play, and that's where a potential NHL franchise should play. As you can see there, the team prestige is bottom. We're an expansion team. Market size is small. I think Seattle only has like 900,000 people. I thought it had a lot more, but I think that's what I got when I googled it. Local fan base is typical, so that's like one above casual. Like, they're pretty big sport fans there. National fan base, obviously, that would be casual for an expansion team. Local popularity, average. Again, they're pretty big sport fans. National popularity would be low. Concession levels, I put all 2. I don't know if that even matters unless you're doing owner mode, but I figure that's like in the middle. Next up here, guys, we have the logos and branding. So hopefully you like the logo I made. Like I said, I wanted to keep the blue and green colors with like the wizard hat, and then it kind of looks like Gandalf there, I guess, with the gray beard, if you guys watch Lord of the Rings at all. And then secondary marks, I thought that was kind of cool. It's like an orb looking thing with a couple hockey sticks. So again, it went with like the wizard theme. And next up here, guys, we have the team uniforms. So hopefully like the home jersey. Obviously the away is just the exact same thing, but like where the home is blue, the away is white. And then where the home has like the gray stripes, the away has the blue stripes. I think the blue and green stripes actually might be swapped, as it just looks nicer. I didn't want like the bottom blue stripe to clash with the blue pants, but other than that, like I said, I think it's pretty cool. And then the alternate gets a little crazy. You guys are either gonna love it or hate it. So that's the alternate. So it's a lot of green stripes there. I went all out kind of with the green and the blue, but I mean it's the alternate, so I figured might as well do something kind of crazy. But I really do like the home jersey. I think the home one is the sharpest looking of them all. So right there's a look at the arena. I don't even know if I really need to go in depth to show you guys this. You can see the Jumbotron there. You can see all the seats. They're like blue and green, but I think the arena looks cool. Like there's the wizard logo in the background. I'm trying to think of some cool things I could show you can't quite see here. So one thing would be what the tunnel looks like. So I think it's pretty sick looking. Also, if you guys didn't know, now when you're customizing things in NHL 18, whether it's jerseys, equipment, the arena, it'll actually highlight which zone applies to what in regards to whatever you're customizing. So if I go to zone 1 here, it shows like the main color. Zone 2 is the stripes. Zone 3 is like the small stripes. So I think that's pretty awesome. It's something we could have used a while ago. Like I'd always have to like take a picture of it to see like what the color scheme was for the one jersey before I went and did the away. This just makes it so much easier. I think everything you can pretty much see here. Home ice looks pretty solid with the logo. I decided to go with the one without the stripe through the middle. I think it looks a lot nicer. Another thing I wanted to show you guys, if you go to intro presentation, under props, you'll see the big wizard head all of our players are going to skate out of at the beginning of the game. Also under signature effects, you'll see we have like this lightning coil thing. So at the beginning of the game, there'll be like lightning coming out from the top of the arena. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure like magicians, wizards, whatever, definitely use lightning. They probably like use everything. And actually, speaking of lightning, I totally forgot to show you guys this. Just a nice little like, I guess, addition. If you go to our home jersey, you'll see there's actually like a lightning bolt there on the side of the shorts. And then the alternate, I think, you have the orb on. So just a couple like, you know, stylistic things. Next to the mascots, this is actually new as well. You can now create a mascot, which I think is awesome. So there's a look at our mascot. I think he's kind of creepy looking, but I did my best to make him look like as much as the logo as possible. So under details here, you have the mascot name. I totally forgot to give our mascot a name. So like I said, I think he kind of looks like Gandalf. We'll call him Gandalf. Mascot number 69 because, you know, best number out there. Show mascot, I'm guessing you could have no team mascot, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. So right there, guys, like I was saying, is a look at ours. For the customization in regards to the mascot, I'm sure a lot of people might not have seen this yet. You have 22 heads to choose from in total. That was actually the last head. You got a snake there, 2 birds, like Viking, just a bunch of different ones. I kind of like the dragon one. I was looking at it. There's also like the Spartan one, so if I went with the Seattle Spartans again, I could have used it, but I think that one works really well probably with the Vegas Golden Knights. You have a shark head here. That's not the same as the San Jose shark head. You've also got like a couple lions. If you want to do like a cowboy thing, you got that there, but a lot of different heads to choose from, which I think is cool. And then to go along with the heads, obviously you're going to color it like I have. You can actually choose a mascot body. So there's 22 heads in total. I think there's only, 9 bodies in total. So you got this regular body, which is like a human body. This one here is kind of like a panther body. This one is like a bear. This one I think is like a yeti or something. Then you got another sort of like panther thing. You got the stinger there for Columbus. You got the dragon body. This one is like, I don't even know, another bear-ish kind of thing. And then finally there you have just another furry body. I'm not sure. There's like 4 different furry bodies. Only 1 human body actually. So if you're going to do like a magician, a knight, a cowboy, whatever, you basically have to use that first body. But I think it's pretty cool. Hopefully like we'll see him like whenever we're playing games behind the glass and whatnot. So anyway, guys, that is a look at my Seattle Magicians team. Hopefully you guys like it. Now we're getting to the expansion draft as the 32nd NHL team. And as you guys can see here, now when you go to franchise mode in NHL 18, you actually have 3 options to choose from. Classic is just, choose a team, start your franchise right at the beginning of the preseason. 31 team expansion draft. In this, you're starting at the 2017 expansion draft. So if you choose Vegas Golden Knights, you're actually going to redo the expansion draft and choose the players that you would have picked. If you choose one of the other 30 teams, you get to submit your own protection list, and then you'll actually redo the 2017 entry draft, and that's where you're starting from. And then the 32 team expansion draft, which is what we're about to do, is adding a second expansion team to the 2017 expansion draft. So basically, Vegas got first pick for whatever reason. We get the second pick, but unlike Vegas, we're not making any side deals with teams. We're just taking the best player available on each team. So let's get started here, guys. As you can see, you have select team or create a team right there. So we already have the Seattle Magicians ready to go. GM name here, we'll go Tactics. I'm pretty sure too you can actually create an AHL team. And for whatever reason, you can't create the AHL team until you get to this screen. But as you can see here, would you like to customize an AHL team? We're definitely going to do that, so I'll be right back.
20 minutes later.
Alright guys, so I just finished making the AHL team. As you can see, the team name is the Anchorage Huskies. I figured the NHL team's in Seattle. Why not throw the AHL team up in Alaska? Probably have like the best home record ever. Team's just not even wanting to fly all the way up there. So team name Husky. It's in Anchorage, which is like the capital of Alaska, I think. Rename Ice Arena. Pretty creative, I know. I couldn't really think of anything. Obviously, the logo there is the Husky. I think it's pretty sharp looking, though, honestly. Main color is blue and light blue. Secondary marks, like this moon thing, not really sure. Team uniform, obviously the thing I spent the most time on. So the home uniform in the AHL is actually the white one. So that's what the home looks like. I think it's pretty nice. The away is just the opposite. Teal there is more the main color. I guess that's like a light blue. And then next we have the alternate again. Kind of crazy for this one. You guys are either going to love it or hate it. Mostly black. We have like the light blue stripe across the center there going diagonal. So I don't know about that one. I think, in my opinion, the nicest one is probably the home one. So that's one we'll be wearing the most likely. Arena here, you can already see kind of like the seats, blue and light blue. The Jumbotron there. And one last thing I want to show you guys what center ice looks like. So as you can see there, we have the 2 Husky heads with these stars. I kind of went for like a Husky / night theme, I guess, for this team. Like we got the moon for the secondary mark. I used some stars actually on the pants. I have stars down the side as well as the center ice there. So like I said, I think it's pretty sharp looking. Hopefully you guys like both these custom teams I made. Hopefully you aren't like hating on them or anything. So we have to swap in the Anchorage Huskies there for our AHL teams. So the Seattle Magicians, the Anchorage Huskies. I'm pretty pumped for this. So here we go, guys. Owner mode I'm actually going to turn off. I feel like I'd rather just focus on trading and all that rather than like, all the extra stuff. NHL salary cap obviously keeping on. GM firing is actually off when owner mode's off, so I wouldn't mind it being on, but obviously it has to be off. Computer trades on. Assistant coach edit lines, we're going to have that off. Waivers on. Morale meetings, we'll have that off. Player morale, I'm also thinking we'll probably turn off. I really don't care about that. I just want to like build the best team possible. I'm really worried about the players' morale. A lot of times too, they get mad for the smallest of reasons. Team chemistry though is kind of cool, but I feel like a lot of times you'll have guys playing together for a while, and it's still not as high as it should be. And a lot of times too, I think like they have it a lot lower than it would be in real life. When players can sometimes magically just fit together. So Rules and settings here for this franchise mode. What are we looking at here? So game style we'll keep at 3. Injuries we'll leave on, but we're going to have them toned down. Let's see here. Franchise mode length, I'm thinking 10 years. Computer trade on. Superstar difficulty. Draft pick ownership authentic. NHL salary cap obviously on. Trade difficulty hard. And I heard trades are even harder this year. So with it on hard, it's like going to be extra hard compared to last year. So I think that is actually it for that. Like I said, we're keeping the salary cap on, even though some teams are already over it. They'll just get adjusted. Honestly, I'm looking at the teams. I really like our NHL team, our AHL team. I'm excited for this. Gonna get into the expansion draft now. Obviously, this is the thing you guys are probably waiting for, more so than just my 2 created teams. But I think it's a lot of fun, like making new teams. So we'll see what players are available, and hopefully, you know, we can pick a good enough team. We can trade some players for picks, whatnot. But this video is just gonna be the expansion draft. If you guys actually want to see a full series, definitely let me know. I figured I would just kind of show you the created teams along with the expansion draft in this video, and if you guys do want to see the series in the next episode, we'll actually do the draft. Start making trades, all that good stuff. So advance to expansion draft here. Like I was saying, it takes place in 2017. New salary cap here, max 75 million. So we actually have to redo the 2017 draft as the expansion draft takes place beforehand. I kind of wish you could do this like starting out in 2018, but it is what it is. So like all the 2017 draft picks are going to be all changed for this franchise mode, but like I said, nothing we can do about it. As you can see there though, Colorado, Detroit, and Vegas are the 3 lottery winners, and I personally like those winners a lot better. You have Colorado, who finished last, gained the first pick, they needed the most. Detroit gets the second pick. Obviously I'm a Detroit fan, so that means we'll get like Nolan Patrick as opposed to Rasmussen, and then Vegas there, the other expansion team, gets 3rd. I would have preferred we got it, but we're picking 5, which isn't too bad. So here we go guys, expansion draft starting up. I'm pretty excited for this. See what players we can get. So here we go guys, starting off with the Anaheim Ducks. I believe you can make your picks in any order you want, but might as well go alphabetically, and we're just going to basically take the best player available every time, even though you do have to take a certain amount of like forwards, defensemen, and goalies. Anaheim, it's pretty obviously Sammy Vatanen. Feel bad because they like gave Vegas Theodore to keep Vatanen, we just come in and take him, but I mean, I don't know. What are you going to do? So for this, I actually should be sorting it by potential. Just get the best potential player every single time. So Bermanstrom in Arizona, probably the best. What do they have for goalies? Yeah, they really don't have much for goalies either. So I guess we'll take Bermanstrom there. He's actually only got 1 year left, so he's not even under contract. So will we even re-sign him? Probably, because we don't have an AHL team, so we'll probably just go to the AHL. So Boston here, McQuaid's their best player. They also have Malcolm Subban though. 23-76, medium starter. I feel like just taking a chance on Subban might be worth it. Have him as the AHL starter. Buffalo here, Bogosian's their best player by quite a lot. Tied up at $5 million for the next 4 years. But he's like I said, their best player by quite a bit. Calgary here, we'll see what they have available. Stone there. Furland, Chiasson. Okay, they should also have Poirier here, 22-73. I feel like he's going to give us a bit better of a chance to have a better player, and it'll just be like an AHL All-Star for us, hopefully. Next up, we have Carolina, so Stepniak, Nystrasil, Delbeck. Really not a lot here on Carolina. Goalies, yeah, the goalie situation, I really want to pay that for a backup, so I guess, do I take Nystrasil and maybe not even re-sign him? Or Delbeck there, 25-76, 850K. Could be like a decent AHL guy. He's 1 year younger. Or actually, you know what? We can only take so many defensemen. There's going to be better defensemen available. So for that reason, I'm thinking Nystrasil. I just want to check. Yeah, there's nothing else available. So yeah, we'll go Nystrasil there. Next up, Chicago. This should be pretty easy. I think Polka is usually really good. Oh, Polka's... Oh, there he is. 23-74, medium top 4D. Definitely going to be taking him. Colorado's next up. Wonder, do they protect... they probably protect Varlamov. Yeah, since Picard got taken. So, Soderberg's contract's terrible. What else do they have here? Not a lot at all. Nieto, though, 24-77, medium top 9. Like I was saying, I think there's going to be some good defensemen available, so we'll keep looking for that. Columbus, if you guys watched the Vegas franchise mode last year, you guys know who I'm taking. Korpisalo, they have to protect Bobrovsky, 23-79, medium elite. Probably going to be the best pick, again, in this expansion draft. Dallas is up next. Hamuse isn't too bad. He's 34. Kind of old. Nemeth there, 25-78. Johns, also 25-78, but he's locked up at a cheaper price for 2 years. I might go with him, honestly. Johns. Let me take a look at this guy. Actually, Steven Johns, 25-78 overall, medium top 6. Doesn't look too bad. We'll go with Johns there. Hopefully he can turn into a player for us. Detroit's up next. So I think for Detroit, I'm not going to be doing them any favors and taking like Abdicator, Eriksson, or Helm, one of the bad contracts, even though they did get the second pick. I think we got to go Xavier Ouellet, one of my favorite players, a Team of the Year player. Edmonton Oilers here. They don't really have a lot to offer either, I don't think. Yeah. You got Tyler Pitlick, though, 25-76, high top 9. They don't have any money defensemen. What do they have for goalies? They might have Brossois. They do have Brossois, 24 medium fringe. It's probably not even worth it. I'd probably just rather have Pitlick, have like a decent AHL forward. Florida up next here. Demers, Jokinen, Petrovic. I think's got to be the pick. Petrovic's not too bad. LA Kings here. I think they'll have a good defenseman. They have Martinez available. So that means they protected Doughty, Muzzin. But who do they protect? They protected Forbert over Martinez. That seems ridiculous. Martinez is really good, 84-29. He's probably the second best pick right now behind Corby Salo. Brodin's also available on Minnesota, so they protected Suter, Spurgeon, Dumba. Brodin's 23 low elite. Obviously, we're taking Brodin, so we just got a couple sick defensemen. I am pumped for that. Montreal here. Markov, way too old. Deneau, 24-80, medium top 9. I think that's a solid forward there to get. New York Islanders up next. Seinberg's too old for me. DeHaan, 26-81. Oh, Ryan Polak, 22-76, low top 4. I feel like we take the chance on Polak over DeHaan, and hope he turns into the better player. Rangers up next here. You got Grabner, Holden, Pumple, 24-75, medium top 6. Younger than all the other guys. Fast is a year older, 2 overall higher. Peary, worse potential. So let's go Pumple. He's also a local kid. He's from like 20-30 minutes away from where I'm from. Nashville's up next here. They might have a defenseman available as well. They do. They have Ekholm. So they protected Yossi, Subban, and Ellis. I feel bad, but I mean, we gotta take Ekholm there as a solid defenseman. Actually, wait. Could take Yarnock as well. Yarnock's 25-79 overall, medium top 9. So we got one more year to grow. He's locked up at $2 million for the next 6 years, but 79, $2 million is not that good of a deal. Whereas Ekholm, I think, probably has more value, so we could even just trade him. Next up, we have the New Jersey Devils. Looking at it here, Smith Pelly's probably like the only decent player there. Ottawa Senators. I just realized too, I don't think we've actually taken a center yet. Zingle, 25-78. Maybe that's our first center. Yoki Paka, 25-77. Can only take so many defensemen though. He's got medium 7th potential, which is also not that great. Or actually, we have 2 centers, so we took another one. Not remembering who it was though. Philadelphia here. Scott Lawton, 23-77. Medium top 9. That's probably the pick. The other guys are like older, locked up. Pittsburgh Penguins here. We might be able to get a good defenseman. Yeah, Dumoulin, 25-81. Medium top 4. Also, Pouliot. But he's way, yeah, he's way worse. I think Dumoulin's probably the better pick. So we're at 11 defensemen now. I'm not sure what the max is. We're getting close. 2 goalies. The forwards are all good. So San Jose here. Martin Dillon, 26-81. Carlson, 26-79. Or actually, Tierney, 22-79. Medium top 9. That's pretty good. We'll take him. We also only have 3 centers still. St. Louis here. Berglund, Sobotka. Edmondson's not too bad. Yaskin, 24-77, high top 9. Evanston, 23 high, or 23-80 overall, medium top 6. I think I like Evanston here. Like I said, I'm not sure how many defensemen we can take. If we take too many, we'll just have to switch out the worst one for a better player. Coburn there. Dotchin, 77, medium top 6. I think we take Dotchin over Coburn. Coburn is making 3.732. It's one of the two. We could trade Coburn, but Dotchin could turn into a player for us. Let's take Dotchin here, I think. Toronto Maple Leafs probably going to get like a good forward. Yeah, Connor Brown's available. Yeah, we'll take Connor Brown. I think that's a solid pick. Vancouver Canucks, not really sure what they're going to have available. Gauntz is, yeah, probably the best player. I think that's who I took in Vegas. Washington Capitals up next. Alzner, but he's a free agent, so we'd have to like sign him. Same with Shattenkirk. We could just sign them without even taking them. Same with Williams. Orpik's contract's bad. Tom Wilson, though, 23-79. Medium top 9. Connolly, yeah, 2 years older. We'll take Wilson. That's a solid pick. And then finally here, Winnipeg Jets. Let's see what they have. Tyler Myers. He's getting paid a bit, but Tyler Myers is a pretty good player. Can't take him. We have to take 3 goalies. Okay, so I want Tyler Myers. So let's see. Who is our worst pick? And we'll just go trade that for goalie. Let me take a look here. I was looking at Philadelphia, guys, and as you can see, they have Neuberth available. 29-82 overall. Making $2.5 million for the next 3 years. That's pretty good value. I had Scott Lawton, who like wasn't the greatest. 23-77. So I'm gonna take Neuberth here. He'll probably be like the starter actually. Corpusella backing him up. Subban is the AHL starter, and now we can get Tyler Myers. So I feel like that's a pretty good draft for us. I have to draft a forward now. Okay, one sec. I'm gonna go exchange a defenseman for a forward.
12 seconds later.
So after looking through all the teams, I think the best replacement for defenseman would be on Dallas. Replacing Johns here for Roussel. He's 2 years older, same overall, making $2 million, but the other defensemen are all pretty much better than him, and Dallas is the only one that has like a decent forward. Florida had like no forwards to pick from, so we'll do that, and then we get Tyler Myers here, who obviously is a very good pick. So 5 left wings, 3 centers, 6 right wings, 13 defensemen, 3 goalies. Quick little look through here. I mean, I think that's a pretty good expansion draft. So we're going to finish the draft here. I'm going to just I think like that's more or less the best possible draft you can get. So we're just going to click advanced here. And I think that's probably going to be it for this first video. I would like to just kind of like maybe sort it out by position and actually see what the forward group looks like. Right there you can actually see how our players did last year, so that's pretty cool. Dano here had the most points on the team with 40. Martinez there 39, one behind as a defenseman. Brown had 36. Zingle there 32. Roussel 27. So not too bad. Looks like, you know, we got a pretty decent team here. Let's look at the goalies. So Neuwirth there 11 and 11. Corby Salo 7 and 5. Subban went 0 and 1. Not the greatest. I think we might be able to actually look at AHL players too. So Pulak, 46 points, 55 games in the AHL. He's going to turn out good. Polka as well. Poirier, I don't know about him. Nice Sil, Dodgen, Gauntz. So we'll see how this team turns out. I'm pretty excited for it though. I'm thinking we can definitely turn them into a Stanley Cup champion within the 10 years for sure. I'm going to try and do it within 5 though. I think it's definitely possible. And I was just looking at the contracts, guys, and our top 6 is actually better than I thought. Martinez, Myers, Vatanen, Brodin, Ekholm, Bogosian. Like, that's so nasty. In goal there, Neuwirth, Corby Salo. And like I said, our forward group isn't the best, but it's decent. So probably going to trade some of these players for some prospects and picks. Hopefully we can get a good player. We're picking number 5 in the draft. Also, I just seen there, I think we have like almost 30 million in cap space, so we could probably sign some pretty nice free agents. But that's it, guys, for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you guys do want to see me do an entire series with this Seattle Magicians team, definitely let me know in the comments section, and I'll do that for you guys. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.